Sal Marchiano is the sports anchor of the Emmy Award-winning CW11 News at 10. He's been reporting sports on New York television for 40 years. He began his TV sportscasting career in May of 1967 at WCBS here in New York. He was on the radio for a few years before that, and now he's done almost everything. I think at one point, weren't you even on Monday Night Football at one time?
Actually, Monday Night Baseball. I did the backup game for ABC.
That's right. So, I mean, Sal's just done everything. His new book, I don't know if this is a new book. We'll get to the bottom of this. Yeah. Called In My Rearview Mirror. Back in the day, the games the athletes played on and off the field, in which Sal pretty much tells everything he knows, so that he can remember. Anyway, please welcome to the Imus Morning program, Sal Marchiano. Good morning, Mr. Marchiano.
Good morning.
How are you, baby?
I thought you were dead.
I was. I was dead, but he rose again.
Like Lazarus.
But not irrelevant.
Yes.
Imus Lazarus.
Yeah. You talked to every athlete on the planet.
I knew a lot of athletes, and of course I got in touch with some of them. I did profiles on Joe Namath. I did Tug McGraw before he passed away, and I spoke to Dave DeBusschere before he passed away. I mean, New York at that point in time, in 17 months, 3 teams won first-time championships: the Jets, the Mets, and the Knicks. And all of a sudden, Barbra Streisand was at Madison Square Garden, Pearl Bailey was at Shea Stadium, and these athletes started to get into endorsements, into TV. And, of course, the leader was Joe Namath, who was the first athlete to endorse products. And, you know, when Paul Horn, Golden Boy, was dating prom queens, Joe Namath was going to movie premieres with Raquel Welch and substituting on The Tonight Show. He was a huge, huge star at that time.
Why did you decide to? It must have been fun to do this book.
I had a lot of fun.
How'd you recall everything?
Well, at the point I just sat down at the computer, started writing stories and making phone calls, and I got in touch with a guy named, with Tommy O'Neill helped me the most because he has all the phone numbers, and I spoke to a lot of people, all the cronies, and I spent 3 years interviewing people. And, you know, this is not a big-time book, but it's a niche book in that it recalls an era that no longer exists. It's like you and I or Chuck writing about the Roaring '20s, and we were eyewitnesses to it. I was an eyewitness to this. This doesn't exist anymore. And I think that the athletes now don't have as much fun because they're targets of litigation, because they're millionaires, and they can't go out and socialize.
Who's the most interesting athlete you ever talked to?
The most interesting athlete had to be Muhammad Ali, not for his intellect, the fact that he was so charismatic beyond anyone I've ever encountered. He was absolutely the most endearing, most important. You know, 100 years from now, he'll be remembered way beyond anybody else in this era.
Most recognized people on the planet.
Mickey was an interesting study because he was a great star, as you know, but the fact of the matter that he had problems with alcoholism, and he was despondent about the fact that he didn't think he was going to live long, so he didn't take care of himself. I contacted his old mistress, old Martha Haynes, a founder down in Florida, and she said, yeah, tell the story. She had a 25-year relationship with Mickey, the last 9 years of which he had a concurrent affair with the former vice president of the United States, Spiro Agnew.
Really?
Yes, she did. I used to see them out.
So not as much fun coming in today, or just not sports?
It's just not as much fun. I mean, you know, I don't enjoy going to locker rooms because everybody's so uptight. Athletes don't speak the real truth anymore. They're guarded. And you know what? It has a lot to do with us, too, in the media, because we've become it's gossip approach to, you know, who cares about Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo being in Cabo? I mean, 39 years ago, the night before the Jets beat the Colts in Super Bowl III, in Fort Lauderdale, the Gold Ocean Mile Hotel, I was told that Joe Namath did not sleep alone. Oh. And he still got the job done the next day because he's supposed to. He's 26 years old. Yeah, Tony Romo's 26, whatever. He's supposed to be able to do it.
Great to see you, my friend. Good luck with this.
Thank you.
Sal Marchiano, In My Rearview Mirror, available at bookstores everywhere, and, of course, at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Most importantly, in my rearviewmirror.net.
Oh, and you say in the acknowledgments...
It's self-published, and it's in the stores, and it's on Amazon, but it's in my rearviewmirror.net.
In the acknowledgments, you say, and thanks to Don Imus for coming through in a clutch. I don't know what I did.
You got me my job at Channel 11. You called the general. I called you up, and I said, you know, they're considering me at Channel 11, and you called the general manager. You told him, hire him, and he did.
Really?
You did. You don't even remember it.
Where's my 10%? Sal Marchiano.
Imus in the morning.